Hi everyone, and welcome back. So today we're going to dive into getting intimate with your soul. So that's your soul essence. That's who you truly are, your soul. And I'll be giving you a meditation to really connect on a deeper level to your soul. So as part of this training, we've really been having a look at both the fear and the love, the dark and the light, and the ups and downs and highs and lows. And yes, it's really important that we embrace that. We embrace and accept that reality that as human beings in a human life, we do experience those ups and downs and that dark and the light. What's really powerful is, I guess sometimes we can get stuck and get bogged down by that dark and really find ourselves in a hole where we can't really detach from those fears. And really that is that's really a time where we're going through that growth process, so really those times of struggle or those times of challenge, they really are part of the broader journey that we're on. And it's okay, and it's safe to accept and embrace those challenges. So when we come back to our truth and our soul, so what is our soul? Our soul is a beautiful, loving vibration. And the beauty of when we connect to our soul and allow that to come into our human life, then we can birth our dreams and birth our true desires. So when we offer who we truly are to the world, then we can also receive all of those beautiful, loving experiences that our soul does desire in this journey as a human being. And we can also offer that love and that peace and that light into the world for other people, other animals, and anything else that your soul desires to work with. So when you're in soul alignment, that is a perfect way to manifest your desires. So let's just put it simply. So if you're feeling down and unmotivated or sad or lonely or angry, then you're not really in a good space to create your dreams. And when contrary, when you're having an experience where you're completely blissed out, so happy, so open and free to new possibilities, then that's when you're completely in alignment. Now, it's really important to know that it's unrealistic to think that you can be in soul alignment at all times, always, all the time, every day. So yes, we're not we have to experience those ups and downs, and as I said, it's really powerful to embrace that. And yeah, so that's something that our ego can kind of latch onto and create this pressure that we have to be in soul alignment. We have to align with our souls, otherwise we can't birth our dreams. But no, the reality is that yes, we have those ups and downs, and that's just part of the human experience. So when we look at the vibration of the human experience, when we come down into this physical life, the energy, the vibration, the frequency is a lot lower and denser, say for example, compared to, for example, the angelic realm. So when we come down into this physical life, yes, we're these beautiful divine souls, and we come into this physical life in a physical vessel, in a physical body, and yes, we're managing, we're finding our way, and as light workers, we're finding our way to birth our soul in amongst being being in the presence of these lower energies. So when you are okay, so I'm going to give you a meditation. I'm not sure if I've said that, but I will give you a meditation as part of this training, just to really delve deeper into your connection with who you truly are, into your soul. And part of this training is, so I'm going to give you an energy shifter, which is to share what you love to do. Okay, so when we do what we love, then we are raising our vibration and we are releasing our connection to lower energies, and we're becoming more in alignment with our soul. When we are doing the things that we love, then we are more connected to who we truly are, and we can then channel more of our divine loving essence into our lives. So have a think about the things that you love doing, and often as light workers, or anyone in particular who has dreams or goals or desires, we can often, again, the ego can get in the way and say, nope, you need to work really, really hard in order to get these dreams happening. But in essence, you actually need to make sure that you're offering yourself love in this lifetime, so you can raise your vibration and then continue along following your path, your guided path, and following that guided action, and then in turn receiving the abundance that you desire in this lifetime. So have a think about, what do you love doing? And the energy shifter for this training is to share what you love to do. So you might like to choose to share a picture of you swimming, or being out with friends, or being with your family, or being at the beach, you know, or perhaps you'd like to write something about what you love doing. Or if you are willing to step up and really confront more of those fears and take that guided action in the face of those fears, then go for it and share a video about what you love to do. Okay, so when you do that, then yes, you will experience an energy shift, and yes, those doubts and fears will come up, and it's really about connecting to your soul essence in that process, which we'll dive into now. So we have, as part of the training, we have spoken about the fears that the ego creates, which is, the ego is part of our human being, our wider being. When we connect to the language of what the ego creates, that's very dense, low, fear-based energy. So it's a denser vibration. When we connect to the vibration of our soul, it's a lot lighter, it's more inspired, and it's a beautiful, loving vibration. So to increase our connection to our soul by accepting and acknowledging and being aware of what the ego is creating, we can firstly embrace the ego with love. Okay, so often our ego can create fear against the ego for creating all of these horrible thoughts within our heads. But again, that's giving the power over to the ego. So what you do need to do is to love on your ego a little bit more. So you can take this into your meditation, do some breathing, relax each body part, and then allow visualize that you have some beautiful arms stretching out from your heart space and wrapping around this ego energy that you have in front of you. And really love on it and forgive it. Forgive your ego for creating these thoughts. Forgive your ego for the limiting behaviors it can create, and forgive it just for its fear-based energy. And it's safe to do that. It's safe to embrace and accept and acknowledge and yeah, really embrace those every part of your being. The second thing that you can do is then come back to the language that is coming from your soul. So rather than, so what we have done is we've been focusing on those 5 fears a day, and I want you to continue to do that throughout the rest of the course. And now what we're going to introduce is 5 mantras, or 5 statements, or 5 affirmations, whatever you'd like to call them, and they're going to come directly from your soul. So an affirmation is basically a statement, and it's often starting with I am. So it's used in present tense, and the reason we do that is because we want to bring what we desire into the present moment. There's no point having these desires and dreams stuck in the future. We need to bring them into the now. The very important thing to know is that these affirmations that you create must be believable, and some people might say achievable. Okay, so for example, if you're 20 kilos heavier than you want to be right now, and you really want to lose the 20 kilos, so you feel healthy and happy, and then an unattainable, unachievable, unbelievable affirmation would be, I am losing, I am the weight, I'm the weight I want to be. Okay, because so with that intention, you are desiring that you are 20 kilos lighter, but in essence, there is a real reality that that's not the truth. So it needs to be a believable affirmation. It needs to be a believable and attainable, and something that you know you can achieve. So you might so that might be your end goal, or it might be your end affirmation, that I am the weight that I am happy to be. Your bridging affirmation, we call it, could be I'm releasing more and more weight each day. Okay, so that's used as a bridging affirmation, just in between, that you can use in the process between from where you are at A and where you want to be at B. Okay, so it's really important to look at the language that you use. So years ago, I stopped using the word should, because I found that I was shooting on myself all the time. Or I actually stopped using the phrase I have to. So whenever I hear myself say I have to or I should, then I catch myself before it comes out of my mouth and I recreate my story. So, and that's the really exciting thing about being a human being. Often, or sometimes, we can get into a habit of thinking that life happens to us, but no, as aware, awakened and conscious beings that we are, we have the ability to create our own lives. And this you can just comment to make sure that this is okay, and that you can hear what I'm saying. That would be awesome. Okay, so instead of using I have to, I actually choose to use the phrase I choose to. And instead of using the words I should, then I choose to use the words I choose to. Okay, so it's a completely different mindset, and there's a completely different vibration to that. So it's very important that even words have a different vibration, and those words that have a higher vibration and a loving vibration are way more aligned with your truth and your soul, compared with any lower energy vibrations that are similar to your fear-based ego. So have a think about how you can recreate your stories, okay? And so you've been writing your 5 fears at the back of your journal, and now it's time for you to add an additional part to this ritual. So whenever you write a fear in the back of your journal, you're going to then recreate your story through a positive affirmation. Now, the beautiful thing about a positive affirmation is that energy, is that vibration. It is creating a new reality. And scientists are backing this up now now that they know that when that thoughts or that a belief is just a thought that's been thought of thousands and thousands of times. And when we create a new thought, scientists now know that that we create new neural pathways in our brain. So this is real. This is not just airy-fairy. This really works, and this really changes lives. I've seen this change many lives over the time I've been working in this field. Okay, so that's so far you've got the meditation you're going to do, you've got the energy shifter, which is you're going to share what you love to do, and thirdly you're going to add the additional part to your journal writing. So you're going to write your fear, and then you're going to recreate your story from love. Make sure that it's believable. And also know that it takes a little bit of time for that to get your head around if it's a new process for you, if it's a new ritual for you. And you can write those affirmations or mantras or statements at the front of your journal, so it's separate to your fear-based energy at the back of your journal. Okay, the other things that you can do is really notice who you're spending time with. So there are particular people in your life who are going to raise your vibration, who are going to inspire you and uplift you and believe in your ability to birth your soul and birth your dreams into this world. And contrary, there will be people in your life who are not so much aligned with your soul and your ability to offer incredible magic to this world. So really be conscious of who you're spending time with, and sometimes you really need to share your love with yourself by creating those healthy boundaries. By saying no, by sharing your assertion and being assertive to other people, and turning down invitations to catch up with some people. So go with your intuition with that. Okay, there also may be other events and situations and circumstances that you choose not to be involved in. Just to continue to raise your vibration. And perhaps there's certain behaviours like drinking alcohol or taking drugs. Other behaviours, particular behaviours are really helpful in aligning you to your truth, and other behaviours are not so. Okay, and I'm just reading my notes just to make sure that I have finished all that. Okay, so I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to recap. So you've got your meditation, you're going to share what you love to do, and then you're going to recreate your affirmations within your journal, and feel free to share that with the group if you'd like. Okay, enjoy, and I will chat to you soon. Bye.